Some mistakes don't just cost money, they reshape industries. Today, we'll look at 5 of the biggest corporate blunders in history, decisions that destroyed tens of billions of dollars in value and still shape how strategy is taught in business schools. Number 5. Blockbuster and Netflix. In 2000, Netflix's founders met Blockbuster's executives. They proposed selling Netflix for about $50 million. Blockbuster declined. At the time, Blockbuster was a giant with thousands of stores worldwide and billions in annual revenue. Netflix was seen as a small DVD-by-mail service with limited potential. A few years later, Netflix shifted to streaming and built a global subscriber base. By 2010, Blockbuster had filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. Netflix surpassed a $100 billion market cap in 2018 and has grown far beyond that since. Today, only one Blockbuster store remains in Bend, Oregon. Lesson: market leaders collapse when they dismiss new distribution models. Number 4. Kodak and digital photography. In 1975, Kodak engineer Steven Sasson created the first digital camera prototype with images stored as digital data. Kodak's management feared digital photography would erode the company's film business. They chose to focus on protecting film revenue, while rivals such as Sony and Canon developed digital products. By the time Kodak embraced digital, the market had moved on. In 2012, the company filed for bankruptcy protection, ending its position as a global imaging leader. Lesson: innovation that threatens current products is still innovation. Companies that fail to act on it lose ground permanently. Number 3. Microsoft and Nokia. In September 2013, Microsoft announced it would acquire Nokia's Devices and Services division for $7.2 billion. The deal closed in April 2014. The strategy was to combine Nokia's phone hardware with Microsoft's Windows Phone software. The ecosystem failed to attract users and developers, and market share remained in the low single digits. In July 2015, Microsoft wrote down $7.6 billion related to the acquisition and cut nearly 7,800 jobs. The deal ended Nokia's presence in consumer handsets and confirmed Microsoft's inability to compete in smartphones. Lesson: acquisitions do not solve a weak product strategy. Number 2. Hewlett-Packard and Autonomy. In 2011, Hewlett-Packard acquired UK software firm Autonomy for $11.1 billion. The aim was to move away from declining hardware sales and toward software and analytics. In November 2012, HP announced an $8.8 billion write-down connected to the deal. The company alleged that Autonomy had used improper accounting methods. Autonomy's executives denied this. Legal battles followed for years. In 2024, a U.S. jury acquitted Autonomy's founder, Mike Lynch, of fraud charges. Whatever the details, HP shareholders lost billions and the deal damaged the company's reputation. In acquisitions, verifying financial reality is essential. Number 1. AOL and Time Warner. On January 10, 2000, AOL and Time Warner announced a merger valued at $165 billion. The deal closed in January 2001. The timing was poor. The dot-com bubble peaked in March 2000 and quickly deflated. Advertising revenue collapsed and the promised synergies never materialized. Cultural differences between the companies made integration even harder. In 2012, the combined company reported a $98.7 billion loss, at the time the largest in U.S. corporate history. The merger is still considered one of the worst deals ever made. Lesson: cultural fit and timing determine whether mergers succeed. These 5 cases show how fast leading companies can fall. Poor judgment, weak strategy, and failure to adapt cost them billions. From Blockbuster to AOL Time Warner, the lesson is clear. Relevance depends on foresight, disciplined decision-making, and the willingness to adapt before it's too late. Which of these blunders do you think was the most damaging? Share your thoughts in the comments. For more clear business insights, subscribe to Marketing Business Network.